Hi, I had recorded a video this morning. Hopefully you'll get a chance to see it. But I thought, since I'm still dressed up, that I want to talk about something more serious. Not that the rest of my videos aren't serious, but I wanted to talk about my feelings as an artist. And I want to talk about the feeling I get when I lay down and I feel successful when I'm dressed up as Samantha, but I think about, and I'm doing good work. Like I'm I'm developing this look, and I'm very proud of it. And um, I I intended to do this as my more creative stuff on this channel, but I started off in life as a child dreaming about making movies and doing what Steven Spielberg had been does, and I'm kind of in a malaise. Um, I wrote like in college. I earned a degree in television, radio, and film, and my sense of direction had been so specific. I wanted to move to Los Angeles and write screenplays, and I had already been writing high school in my high school years. I had already been writing teleplays for shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation and Night Court. I wrote one of those, and Spin City. I've covered that in the previous video, but I guess I wrote some I wrote some screenplays, and then I hit a rock. I hit a wall um, in writing one for to impress Madonna, and I don't know. It's this malaise that I won't I won't make anything out of myself as an artist. I'm working right now at a job. I've never really had an artistic job and gotten paid for it. Um, and I don't know if I ever will. Um, Dramatica, the software for Dramatica I had, and then in the move in 2018. I'm sorry if this seems a little bit rambling. Um, 2018, I had to move, and the software for Dramatica, I very much hope that it's somewhere in this apartment, because I can't get access to the rest of my documents for Madonna and the other Dramatica stuff that I've been working on. Um, I When I started this channel, I thought of the screenwriting I wanted to do. Primarily, I thought about um, Grae Phillips, who is a cross dresser technically, but he had a great singing voice, and had to um, develop a female persona to be able to match it, and it's great, great achievement, and very successful. I'm sorry if my chair is a little squeaky. All right, back to me. Um, so I thought of Grae Phillips, and I thought of another singer who does cross-dressing on the side on Facebook, and um, is professionally trained, and I'm professionally trained to a degree in screenwriting, and I want I want this to express my artistic endeavors. Um, and I don't know, I feel like I'm not expressing myself fully. I'm not developing as an artist. I'm not blooming. Um, and the only way that I can the only way that I can express myself artistically so far has been this. Um, and something I'm very proud of. So I thought next week I could list some song ideas. I had done them in previous videos. I want to put out an album. I want to develop my singing voice, um, but I just feel like I'm not measuring up. Measuring up. Um, when I do that, that means that I'm trying to improve how I think a feminine voice would sound. So that's why sometimes I repeat. All right, I'm working around. I feel like I'm not telling you the whole story. What other story is there to tell? Um, my high school graduation is. I mean, my high school reunion is coming up, and I'm imagining that they'd be very successful, or at least somewhat successful. And I wanted them to know about me as an artist. Um, I wanted to be known as an artist. It's almost like um, if they don't know me as an artist, they don't truly know me. And I, I want to, before I die, I mean, hopefully not for a very long time, but before I die, I want to become an artist. I want to express my ideas, and I want to write stories. I'm trying to figure out, like, actually what prompted this video was I was watching a Red Letter Media video and on YouTube, and I was I was thinking, excuse me, I was thinking if I had a camera and some actors to be able to at least perform something. Um, Otherwise, it's just written stories. Um, I should have, sorry, I should have been more of a filmmaker. You know, you look back in retrospect and you think of things you could have done. Um, my mom gave me a PXL 2000. It was a little camera. It would record like on a cassette, it would record like 10 minutes in black and white. And I didn't really have a camera. Steven Spielberg had a camera, and I wish that I had been in Los Angeles. Um, and I don't know, one of my greatest fears in life is that I won't be able to become that great artist, and I'll just be known by a few who for working at a 9 to 5 job. Um, I guess what I can do now is think of the stories and share with you my stories. You know, in an earlier video, I shared some of my TV series ideas. I had a lot of. I remember it being like 22, but over the years, I guess I've forgotten some of them. So I named off like 12, something like that. TV series ideas for full-fledged series of my own, and I guess I can be able. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to use this to be able to do my stories, other than simply sharing with you the story ideas that I have. And next week, or tomorrow, I should say, tomorrow I'm going to record on my other channel on Visionary Ventures. I'm going to record video about how Dramatica works and actually how to analyze a movie while you're watching it. And it's so frustrating. I graduated in '99, so you can tell how old I am. I graduated, I had built up writing on a regular basis, and I thought I had been far ahead of my classmates. I knew what I wanted to major in. I had gone to a good university, and I had written several screenplays, as I said. But the other sad thing is, I don't think Madonna would even know I exist, and it's not like all that work was for nothing. I wanted to build myself up in terms of my writing and my creativity, and I guess I got bogged down. I guess life came in the way, and I had to find a regular job, and so forth and so on. If you could encapsulate one image about how I feel about my life, in some sense, some part of it, it's Jacob. It's from the Bible. It's Jacob reaching towards his brother's ankle or foot and trying to be born first. I see him as struggling to, it's like almost like you're running in place to be recognized. And that's why sometimes I guess the worst thing you can say to me is making fun of my creativity and the thought that I wouldn't be able to become anything more. So I guess the lack of any actors, I can just share my ideas with you, and that's where my singing came in. I thought maybe I could write, even though I've done it before, I could make a list of songs, and I'm kind of afraid about singing them. I want to learn how to compose music, but my forte is in creative writing, in storytelling, and I should stick with my strong suit, right? There really aren't any avenues except this to be able to share my ideas. Maybe some of you know, maybe some of you could suggest something. So anyway, here's another video. All right, I don't want to take too long. I'll just cut it here and say goodbye. All right, so long.